Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
My name is Caroline. I'm from Canada. I live in Ottawa. I've been traveling in Japan since March 19, and it's my first time in Japan. I'm supposed to come in 2020, but we all know what happened. So now I'm here, and I'm enjoying myself very much. And I've just arrived in Kurashiki.
I wonder why you chose Kurashiki.
I like history, and I was told that this was a very nice city to visit. I'm going to Naoshima later, so I'm staying in Okayama. Decided to come and spend the afternoon and part of the day here. It was highly recommended.
Nice. What's your itinerary like?
I started in Tokyo, and I went to Nagano and Shibu Onsen to see the snow monkeys, and then after that I went to did the Nakasendo, and then to Takayama, Kanazawa, and now Ayama, Naoshima, Osaka, Akone, Makampura, Ukamaku, and then Tokyo again 5 days before I leave. I'll be here 32 days.
That's a long time.
And it's far from Canada, from the east part of Canada anyway.
Did you try any Japanese food?
Yes, everything that I encounter. Yes, ramen, I had some udon noodle, I had some sushi, I had a vegetarian meal at in the temple, and all sorts of sweets. I love the sweets. Yeah, so I'm trying to taste local regional dishes. I ate a lot of good fish in Kanazawa and some crab, sea urchins. I had tasted urchins before, but they're not that common in yes, a lot of different fish. I didn't try fugu because I don't trust it.
If you choose a right place.
That's why I did not know. Well, I had a very good experience in Nagano. When I stopped there on my way to Shibu Onsen, I registered for a local food tour of the different izakayas, and I was the only person on the tour. So the guide was a very nice young man, and we went around and we went to this little izakaya that was owned by a woman who was 81, and we had some soba noodles, and that was a very enjoyable experience. I really, really liked that. Kyoto is nice, but there's too many people because so there was a bit less people there. Magomejuku and Sumagojuku, when I did the Nakasendo, was nice, even though it was raining. So far, there's not any place that I didn't really enjoy. It's meeting up to my expectations.
That's nice to hear. How's Kurashiki?
Well, I've just arrived. As I said, I've been here like maybe 15 minutes. Oh, caught me. I just came from the station walking. So I'm going to visit quarters there, but I'm looking forward to it. But I've had some very nice here so far, so it's a good start. And so I'm going to visit also a few of the museums here because I work in a museum. That's my job. I do exhibitions in a museum, natural history museum. But I don't visit natural history museums when I'm abroad.
Do you make any art yourself?
No, I'm not very good at making any art. My daughters are, but I'm not.
Okay. So did you have any food you didn't really like? Everything was good?
Yes, I'm an experienced food person. I like to try everything else, and I like everything. Yes, I had a lot of soba noodles. Some of them were much better than others, but they were all good when I was up in the north. No, so far nothing that I didn't like.
Did you have any funny or shocking experience in Japan?
I wish I spoke more Japanese to communicate with people. I tried learning a bit in 2020, but then when the pandemic happened, my motivation came down. So that's something I regret, not learning a bit more to be able to communicate. But no strange or funny experiences so far, but I still have a bit to go.
Do you like animals?
Yes, I especially like cats. I like all animals, and I know there's a lot of cat cafes and animal cafes in Japan, so that's something that's very different for us. I may go and see one of those.
There are 2 cat cafes in this area, and the day after tomorrow, I'm going to visit this Rabbit Island.
I heard about Rabbit Island. Yes,
I've never been there yet, but I'm so looking forward to it.
I have a friend of mine who traveled to Japan in September, and she went to the Rabbit Island.
Oh, really? Did she say anything about that?
She said it was one of the highlights of her tour. So she really liked it. But I'm going, I had to choose. You can't do everything. There's so much to see. This is my first trip, and I think I made some mistakes in my itinerary. Sakuras are nice, but they were not there. Well, they're late this year. Maybe next time I will not come in March because there's a lot of people. Maybe more in the fall, but I heard the fall is also very popular.
There are nice trees, nice cherry trees.
Yes, I'm sure there are. There were some very nice ones in Okayama. There were some in Kyoto, but they were just starting. A friend of a friend who's been living in Kyoto for 30 years, and she says, "Oh, normally they're in full bloom and even past their prime at this time of the year.
You are leaving for Canada when?
April 19th, and I arrived March 9th, so it's like 32 days.
I'm sure you'll see some full-bloomed cherry blossoms by then.
Yes.
Yeah, you're from Ottawa?
Yes. Well, I work in Ottawa. I live just on the other side of the river, which is the other province called Quebec. I always say Ottawa because people know a bit more where the capital is.
So if I visit Ottawa, what should I do there?
Well, there's a lot of museums. The National Gallery. Everybody visits the Parliament. You can do Parliament tours, although it's in renovation now. And there's the market there. But there's a lot of nice green areas around Ottawa, especially if you like cycling and hiking and lakes. Well, it's mostly people come from the big museums. We have 3 big national museums: the Museum of Nature where I work, and History, and the National Gallery. And there's a tulip festival if you come in May.
What festival?
Tulip.
Oh,
we
nice.
have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls of tulip because during the war, the Dutch royalty were in exile in Ottawa. The princess was born there, so since then we've been receiving thousands and thousands of bulbs from Holland, and we have a festival in May, so that's a good time to come to. That's a nice time, and the summer has a lot of different festivals also, so outdoor festivals, jazz.
So what's Canadian food like? I only know Putin.
Yeah, so that's, the national meal for Quebec, in the region, in the province of Quebec. But there's a lot of good restaurants, for example, in Montreal and Toronto, and they tend to try to take, local products and, do some cuisine that's a bit more modern, but the traditional Canadian food is very earthy and heavy. So, it's not really up to my taste, but one good experience is when you come during spring is to go to the Sugar Shack for maple syrup and maple toffee, and so then you would have additional food, mixed foods. It's not something that we eat every day. When my parents were young, that's what they would eat. My parents are old, they're in their 80s. So a lot of nice, trendy food, in Montreal especially.
I see. Well, have you ever heard of masking tape?
Yes, it's the tape that we use to tape a lot of things. It's the beige tape.
Yeah, but we have really colorful and cute ones.
Oh, you mean the
Washi tape?
Washi tape, yes.
Are you interested?
My daughters are, but
right.
when they were younger, but now they're older, but I know about washi tape. Yeah.
Right. Well, Kurashiki has a factory, and you can see some shops selling really cute washi tapes. Just one moment.
Yeah.
So this is for you. So you can use it to wrap your present, or you can use it as sticky note. So thank you. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy Naoshima and the other stuff.